Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 4 versus 4 on Yalagander Lowlands. Playing as Imperial Guard on Team 1, we've got Kyuken, we've got Kubini playing as the Chaos Space Marines, we've got Klempe playing as the World Eaters, and we've got Zen playing as the Salamanders. On the opposing team playing as the Harlequins, we have got Yazoo 55, we've got Eri 7889 playing as the Imperial Guard, we've got Mirian playing as the Space Marines, and we've got Tiger Shark playing as the Adeptus Mechanicus. So before we get this game underway, I do want to make a very, very exciting announcement. Me and a chap by the name of Paul McGowan, we have released our audiobook for the Kingston Chronicles. You might have seen it being uploaded yesterday. And we've been working all summer on it. It's basically the audiobook version of the book that I released a couple of years ago. It's a couple of years too late, to be honest, but in audiobooks I didn't think it was possible to make, but we gosh darn it, we made it in the end. I've got to say, I'm quite proud of the product. I think it's a really, really good thing. If you like things like SCP stuff, if you like Call of Cthulhu, if you like Victorian horror, it's a hodgepodge mix of all three. And yeah, I think it's quite good, so I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to get the first chapter for free. It's all free on YouTube, so you can have a quick look at the first chapter, see if you like it, then maybe have a little look at the Audible link and maybe give it a little purchase. Or if not, if you don't want to buy it, I would still appreciate, like, if you could, like, I don't know, go on, like it, maybe give it a comment saying, like, woo, books, or yay, well done. Something to that effect, just to, you know, make me feel good on the insides. You know, the Patreon's for the channel, but the books are for me personally, because we've all got to make something in our lives, I think, maybe. I don't know, anyway, we've got a War with Omnissiah from Tiger Shark coming over, murderizing a couple of the guardsmen, but re-downloading its Wi-Fi so it's able to run away. It always reminds me of some sort of really crazy, futuristic emu. Australians beware. But these guys will start to push forward, knowing that the emu can't occupy this space for too long. I mean, none of this infantry will actually win against the Warrior Omnissiah. The Warrior will murder all of them, but I mean, the command squad coming forward with a priest in tow will certainly cause him some issues. The Wi-Fi is not quite working. The Wi-Fi is weak in this one, so he is offline for a little bit. He is now going to Sad Town, and we are going to see Kyuken building up a heavy bolter turret, pushing back the AdMech. So it does look like this strategic point will be in favour of the never eat shredded wheat. The West Northern team can never ever remember which side of the compass is on which. We are seeing Yazoo 55 going for the Harlequin jet bike opener. Would be actually amazing if it was down on this side, because what we've got, AdMech and Space Marines versus Chaos and Imperial Guard on this side. We've got World Eaters and Salamanders versus Harlequins and Imperial Guard on this side. So yeah, the Harlequins would have fared a lot better if they were on the southern side for the team, I suppose. Tactical Marines, a lot more beefier. Salamanders are known to be a little bit more durable and a little bit more damage dealing than your regular old Space Marines. So they're just going to walk forward. They don't mind them, but mind you, the numbers of the jet bikes are increasing. And how expensive are you jet bikes? Are you building any more? They are 60 blue and 20 green, so actually, pound for pound, point for point, they're actually pretty darn good. And they're whittling these Tactical Marines down. I mean, yeah, one Tactical Marine at 50 blue, that's almost as expensive if you ignore the green, obviously. So, fair trades all around, baby. Down this side, we are seeing the command squad trying to prevent the high pass pists from capturing the relic. And some a force commander and some scouts chasing around these cultists. Hopefully going to assist these guys and let them capture that relic. You want to capture that relic ASAP, as it does take a fair while to capture. But guardsmen from Eri will be coming over for some supporting actions as well. It does seem that the Harlequins have got the lion's share of map control down on this side due to their superior maneuverability. Well, Blood Pack Command Squad. Oh, we don't see this guy normally. So, yeah, he's out. Look at him with his BDSM mask and stuff. They're going to be coming out in force. And yeah, so that's actually quite interesting. No, what they're called, the Cornet Raptors. That's what you normally see for the World Eaters, but nice change of pace. Wonderful stuff. Tactical Marines, they're a little bit slower, like I say, than the regular Space Marines, so they're going to be even more vulnerable to the superior maneuverability of the Harlequins. Going to see this plasma generator take a nosedive into the sad place. Wonderful! Oh, look at that wonderful little movement. Love it. About to die as he pulls him back and take him back to the repair shop. Oh my goodness. It's enough to make a grown man cry. I'm certainly weeping on the inside. Hi, Paspis, hiding in the heavy cover. But we do have some infiltrated cultists who have now been seen, but... were you infiltrated? I think you were. Am I going mad? Maybe I am going mad. Okay, whatever. Well, we've got some guardsmen. And they're firing some grenade launchers at the scouts. The scouts are not too happy about that, in all honesty. And yeah, the one-bell combo of the guardsmen. You were infiltrated. I'm not going mad. Haha, take that. You can't take me to the... Oh, what do they call it? The mental house, the paddy wagon, whatever you call it. You're not putting a straitjacket on me. I'm immortal, you can't stop me. We've got loads of jet bikes now, and the Blood Pack Command Squad. No, they're not feeling the vibe. They are not feeling the vibe at all. They have gone for a lot of Blood Pack troopers there. Now I'm going to transition over to bodyguards, which I imagine are like them, but probably a bit more beefier. But nope, they're going to get squad wipe on that. And that's why I don't see him very often. Bless him, he's trying, but we've got Tifa Corn, a ranged option, coming out automatically with autocannons. I want to say autocannons. I like how that the aspiring champion for them is still using a axe. Because you can never have too much melee. And this poor Tech Marine and the plasma generator is still going to be harassed over there. But the battle lines aren't moving very much. It seems as if the southern team are winning on the top and the northern team are winning on the bottom. So, how would one say, oh, the symbol for Buddhism or Taoism, the yin and yang symbol. It's the yin and yang of combat. We're seeing a blue surge over here, a red surge down here. You know, art often imitates life, I suppose. But grenades going on the other side. Need to hide in the heavy cover to keep yourself alive. Far too many grenade launchers to be surviving yourself. But then again, are we getting into tier 2? We are in tier 2. The moment those dreadnoughts and anything more substantial comes out, that is when the big sad will happen for those grenade launcher dudes and dudettes. Alt of Khorne going to be stabbed by the command squad of Eri. But Tifa Khorne going to be firing away. And these guys can actually take on these jet bikes quite firmly. But some chimeras as well, causing some mischief. But Double Teeth, have you gone for anything? Oh, you've gone for... Oh, that's what they are, though. Also cannons. Right, okay. That makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. And they don't do, like one autocannon won't do amazing damage against Chimera, but get a bunch of them together, and the damage does pile up very quickly. Might need to get some close combat-oriented units in there to sort them out. Got some Salamanders bolstering the ranks, or the flanks even. It's at this point that the jet bikes don't seem to be going to do all that much in that time. Poor guardsmen being knocked around by the exploding Chimera. Kukin says, keep up the pressure, I'll help top soon. So Kukin is going to come round and see if he can assist, maybe push into the into Klempe's base here. After all, he's only got 2 Tifa Khorne, not much to work on, but he is in tier 2 now, and he's going to go for the equipment demon shells, which I assume increases range damage, so ranged World Eaters plate. And to be fair, they are a very versatile faction. They can go many different paths. And good lord, the jet bikes just aren't giving up. Not sure if these are the same 4 from earlier. But focusing those Tech Marines, are you in tier 2, young man? That's the question. Dance of War Research does feel like, yeah, Death Jesters, you are in tier 2. Death Jesters will be amazing in the range department. Probably be able to out-DPS these Teeth of Khorne, should they get involved. We've got some sneaky cultists who are over here for some reason. But they're blowing things up quite substantially. But double land speed of Tempest. They have gone for the crack missile, so should they want to, they could change direction and take on these defilers. Also very mobile. They could in fact just completely ignore this, circumvent the entire battle around this side of the mountain, go over here and start bashing some good stuff. We are seeing some heavy bottle turrets being popped down just for defensive purposes. God, that was a very weird stutter. Sound like a Porky Pig then. Either way, Chimera is going to come for Kukin. Or he's going to come for Eri. That is Kukin's Chimera. But a special weapon squad. Armed with their just regular melters, I assume. Commissar bolstering the ranks, but some grenades from the special weapons team. Bringing most of these guys down to half health, to be fair. A very tawdry exchange of fire. Double Death Jesters. In fact, triple Death Jesters even. And these guys are very good at melting anything squishier than a tank. But they're also quite squishy themselves. They're going to be very careful. Now I'm going to jump out of the... Maybe look at that. It's almost... Do their bullets do AoE damage? It looks like it was doing AoE damage for a second then. Unless we're just so many... Where are you going, Vendetta Heavy Gunship? I mean, stanky legging down the map. Glorious stuff. Do have some mimes. Being a bit cheeky around the backside. Constantly going for those plasma generators. Trying to make sure these guys can't buy any high-tech stuff. The Salamanders are just not living up to their expectations here. Every time... I mean, it's full-blown Benny Hill. They're trying to keep up with these guys, but just simply cannot do it. Might need a Rhino or two to make them go forward. They are about to get tier 2. Burn the alien. That's certainly probably what they want to do at the moment. But the mimes have gone for some fusion guns that will help them smite down any buildings that are nearby them. Oh, on this side, Bloodpack Troopers trying to capture a strategic point, but the special weapons squad's throwing some grenades all about. Death Jesters making their push down over onto Klempe's side. Vendetta Heavy Gunship also providing not only like some sort of like damage sponge, but also moving forward providing that additional vision. Because I do believe that Death Jesters can fire past their vision, he says. Over on this side, the harassment continues. Someone's just now catching up with them. But they will just run away like massive pansies. Down on this side, Predator. Oh, so Miriam is in tier 3 now. But we've got a lot of horrors. So the vehicles will probably not want to get in there. Taking out one Landspeeder Tempest. Have a high pacifist squad with a Skull Swarm in there. And a Force Commander ready to dish out the damage. Should he wish or want. Should that be part of his to-do list. Could attempt to go forward, but the Defilers are knocking him around quite nicely. And the Predator is being accosted by all manner of bad stuff. Got an orbital bombardment coming in. Doesn't do amazing damage against vehicles though, sadly. Sadly it doesn't. Got Kuken building up a siege force. Are you going to jump into the Chimera? Chimera is going to go for a Chimerax upgrade. Assume it just makes it a bit more damage dealing. And the pressure on the northern side is just too much. Might be a case where the Southern Chaos player, from what's your name? From Cubini, might need to come up here and provide some support himself. But it does not seem like that support is anywhere incoming. We do have a sizable amount of Salamanders, especially some assault squads moseying on down. And another Tifa Corn unit. The economy for the northern side looks like it's in shatters. Lots of bad stuff has been happening. Kuken bringing over a Chimera over on this side. Well, Eri tries to beat it back, and he does indeed succeed in his task. Vendetta Gunship looks like it's been stunned by the Chaos Machine Spirit for the command squad, but it manages to escape? Question mark? No, it does not. It dies. It's proper dead now. You can't bring it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. Rapier, Armor Destroyer, also been blown up by the mimes. But yeah, these Salamanders feel like they're walking in water at the moment. Or through a thick soup. Let's push it down over on this side. We have got some Obliterators and some Mutilators. A deadly combo. Mutilators quite fast, all things considered. Just walk in and punch most things to death. Obliterators, well, they just kick back, don't they? And fire away. Mutilators not quite deciding what he wants to do in life. There we go. Make a move. Give this STC Setra a high five to the base. And they are mutilating it down quite quickly. STC Setra goes down. Predator is the next thing on QBini's list of things to do. Got an Ironclad Dreadnought. Quite beefy in close combat. Not sure if he can take on a squad of Mutilators though. And what is that? 150 and 200 compared to 300. Actually, no, that's a lot more damage. But then again, you've got more models doing individual damage per hit. So not sure if that's a fair trade, baby. Not sure if it's a fair trade, but I'm sure we'll see at some point Hellfire Dreadnought from Klempe here, scaring away those high pass pists. And the Teeth of Khorne chilling out. Not going to take that relic. They've got too many things to do. And more Ironclad Dreadnoughts being summoned in. The sheer amount of firepower coming from this machine reliquary. Being able to take down a fair few of them. Ironclad Dreadnought will continue to chase after them. Predator unable to run anywhere. It's got nowhere to go. Oh no, it has. It's got plenty of room. Plenty of room. Horror squads shimming, shaking in. Seeing if they can focus on the vehicular stuff, but there's nothing vehicular for them to shoot at. We do have their Vendetta heavy gunships now coming in to provide support for the southern side. So they should, in theory, be able to survive this. But they might lose a listening post or two to these mutilators as they go about their business. Salamanders capturing the critical location on the top. It's not a victory condition, so we don't need to worry about it too much. But it always provides additional vision as well as a little bit extra blue money, which is always nice. Got Riff Walker spotting these Cascans. He's going to come over and give him a good old 1-2 buckle my shoe. At least I assume that was going to be one. I think he's replaced his other sword with a Bright Lance. So won't be doing any stabbing with that today. Does it come out two swords? I can't remember. Not like Madame Two Swords there. Never get that confused. The guardsman over here, as the Vendetta does a bit of a funky dance as it comes down. Look at these, they're almost synchronised dancers. Sugar babes, eat your heart out. The Spice Girls got nothing on you. Oh, the Sugar babes, now I know they're still going on. None of the original members, but they're still making beautiful pop and R&B music. Maybe. I don't know. The Cascans are focus firing on the Vendetta heavy gunship at the front lines, using their priests to keep them fighting fit and proper healthy. But it won't last for long, and it does seem to be doing all that much damage against them. We'll see though, double Chimeras armed with, you've got your big things. Yep, you've got your Chimera Axe upgrade. So it helps you against the aircraft. Which is what they need, because these gunships have been quite the pain in the backside. Hellfire Dreadnought being BTFO'd by the sheer amount of firepower from the right hand side. Hellfire Dreadnought. He's got missile launchers, which would normally make him ideal against any other vehicles, but can't use missile launchers in close combat. That's the rules. It's against the Geneva Convention. And in the warmer, well, I suppose it's the 42nd millennium now, isn't it? But in the 42nd millennium of the grim dark future, there are still Geneva Conventions and OSHA regulations that must be adhered to. But we'll chase these guys away. A Bane coming now. And the gunship keeps on firing away. No one can stop him. Well, surprising that no one else gone for any aircraft. Well, imagine, I mean, Salamander's aircraft isn't amazing. Weldy's aircraft certainly isn't. I don't think they've got any aircraft, to be fair. Got a Hellstalker. 8-legged freak coming up. Well, it's a 6-legged freak, but looks like a spider, smells like a spider, must be a spider. That's how spiders work. These mutilators and obliterators are still in the field. They're not going anywhere, and these guardsmen have now orientated themselves towards getting some plasma guns. The heavier infantry should be easy to take on. Down on this side, double Ironclad Dreadnoughts, but the Land Raider Hades Diabolos has entered the field. Big chunky lad. Oh, we've got best friends working together, Kukin and Kubini. We've got the big Chad tank, the small, chubby but lovable tank, and the guys with the long pieces getting ready to meet all of your nieces. And these obliterators were just kind of chilling out there, weren't they? Ah, please stop firing at me. Counterattack from the southern side. Going straight into Klempe's base. Seeing if they can snag any more resources and strategic points and stuff. I'm going to see a Blood Crusade tier 4 for Klempe. Could do with building up your army there, in all honesty. I mean, what kind of economy are you working with at the moment, Klempe? Yeah, you've got the money, you could buy stuff, although we will not stay on the Salamander stuff because everyone just shouts at me. And I don't like being shouted at. It makes me sad. Makes me really, really sad. Rafe Walker, he's got his big Gatling gun on the front as he pops quite a prestigious squat. But yeah, like we said in the Resident Evil 4 video the other day, never miss a chance to pop a squat when you can. Leg day is every day. Kaskin's still standing, still alive, that's good. And now moving over into the AdMech base. Got double predators defending the lines. I mean, they ain't gonna do much against all this. Not on their own. We do have a Mechanicus Explorator with a Electra Priest. Ready to bring out the pain. Also the repairs as well, should they need to. Will they be able to push back this Land Raider Hades? Hades? Hades Diabolos. On their own sums. No, barely scratch. Oh no, man, they are scratching the armour. They've made it into yellow health. Might need to turn away and run. And that's exactly what it's going to do. Save that money, save those resources. Over onto this side, the Wraith Walker just doesn't care about the fire. He's standing in the middle of it. And the Primaris Aggressor Squad more or less instantly been wiped out by those Death Jesters. A very, very strong unit composition. Lacks flexibility, but whenever you throw heavy infantry at it, will win more or less every single time before you're even able to get into close combat. Chaos pushing on some sides is still continuing. One regular Owl Dreadnought falling down. Bowing to the real masters of mankind, according to Mr. Abaddon. But these predators are holding out well. Has the Land Raider gone down? Hold on, let me double check. Have you gone down? You have. Okay, you have. It's all dead. Looks like the tip of the spear from this push has certainly been blunted. These guys will run away. No one can judge them for it. Oh, a Sicarian battle tank. That's cool. Like a hybrid combination of an anti-air gun, but they've made it anti-vehicle. We've also got an Imperial Knight Hero, and oh my goodness, it's just relics everywhere. Angron is on the way from Klempe. We might see. We've yet to see Angron die in a game of Unification, but it would be amazing if we could get that snapshot in there. But yeah, let me turn to the world here so I know when Angron is summoned, so we can see what he gets up to. Mutilator still in the base, still doing things. We're going to go for the enlisting post, trying to ignore these predators. After all, if you take up the economy, you can then kill a predator and they won't be able to replace it, but at the moment, the economy should be fine. As always, I would do more eco checks, but there's just so much action going on, I don't want to miss anything. I'm like Aerosmith in that one song. But yeah, the Obliterators will harden heavy cover, while the Mutilators do the dirty work. Yeah, sorry, hold on. Oh, I do apologise, I got a beard hair stuck in my mouth. That's not pleasant. Either way, enough of my personal woes and mistrials. Got all this stuff going on. A convoy moving down the centre, along with an Imperial Knight Hero, just swagger-jagging about. He's got missiles, he's got guns, he's got the shoulders. The player's been defeated. Who's been defeated? Have you just decided to die? I suppose you might have lost some of your forces over here. Well, that is sad. It's a very sad time for everyone. I mean, it didn't look like, if I looked at the mini-map, didn't seem like you had many Death Jesters left. All that pool of stuff, so clearly lost it somewhere. And when you see the double Titanic forces moving downwards, one of your own teammates' Baneblades rushing away. And Angron as well. I mean, that's yeah, lost, down a player and Angron's on the way. Not the prettiest of sights, especially from the perspective of an Imperial Guardsman. What can they do? Down on this side as well, we're seeing Obliterators still not dying. Mutilators looking for those auto reinforcements. But one model is down, only one more left. Can they Save the mutilator. No, sadly not. He's burnt to a toast. Burnt to a crisp. Focus some horrors in the corner as well. That's cool. Sakari and Battle Tank moving around the side. Primaris, aggressive squad. Failing down, and they will decide to peace out A-Town. So now there are only 2 players left. It's a 4 versus 2. Don't have what it takes to pull out of the bag. The chances are slim. The potency is not favourable. But do they believe? That's the question. That's where the real power comes from, boys and girls. Razorback Vicarious. Lots of guns on its sides, but no match against the mighty battle cannons of the Land Raider Hades Diablos. Hypaspists not really doing an amazing amount of stuff. They haven't got any upgrades on their weapons. Could do with a couple of melter guns, but not sure if they're able to get them as of yet, or whether it's because they've lost all their satellites from the STC searcher. And Predator after Predator is getting shot down for Mirian here, but he is doing a good job at least keeping this guy sweet and keeping him away. But the pain train is on the way. It's giving out his tickets for free. And you, my friend, are a lucky, lucky son of a gun if you end up on that train. But as a passenger, not as a, recipient. Who died that time? Always losing people left, right and centre. No, I've got both these players. Got both those players. Who's left then? Not sure. Who knows what's going on? Now have Angron, Primarch of the World Eaters, stomping down. And if we thought the shoulders we saw earlier were quite impressive, this dude has got gains. He's 100% natty if you ignore the chaos influence on him. And that is all she wrote. So, I mean, massive push from the northern side all the way into here. Lovely harassment with those Harlequins, managing to keep the Salamanders player from gaining enough green money to be able to buy anything fairly decent. Same with kind of the harassment on the on Klempe's side. Again, keeping that pressure on, but thankfully the southern teammates were able to keep these guys in the bottom corner all locked in while allowing themselves to push over the river, provide a flanking maneuver, and it was just wonderful to watch. So yeah, cheers guys for sending the game in. If you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon, or if you want to support the channel, go to the blooming audiobook that I mentioned at the beginning of the match. Links in the description, as always, and just show us some love, man. Give a comment, give a like, buy it for your nan, buy it for your grandma. I mean, it'll give them nightmares. It is a horror book, but, they're old enough they could take it. Anyway, my name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. I will see you in a bit. Peace.